Welcome to a special journey in the world of Hollywood, where there are not only stage lights and impressive performances, but also truly touching and powerful stories of transformation. Behind every star is a journey of resilience, where they face challenges, overcome limitations, and find themselves. Today, we will explore the inspiring stories of Hollywood stars, who have bravely lived their true selves and inspired millions of people around the world. Don't forget to leave a comment and follow the story until the end. You will be surprised. When Sonny and Cher welcomed their daughter Chastity in 1969, they could not have imagined the unexpected and transformative journey that would follow. Growing up in the spotlight as the child of two famous stars, Chastity had always lived in the public eye. However, behind the spotlight, she always felt a deep insecurity, as if she could not fit into the expectations of the world around her. Although she always dressed in the image of a girl and performed the roles that society expected of her, she still felt like she was living in a tight, uncomfortable shirt and not truly being herself. As she grew up, this feeling became more pronounced. Chastity realized that she was not the woman that society expected her to be, but accepting and living her true self was a great challenge. For many years, she struggled with her identity, between her inner conflicts and the expectations of society. However, in the late 2000s, Chastity finally made a bold decision. She began her gender transition and began accepting who she was. When she turned 40, Chaz had surgery and began hormone therapy, finally finding peace in her body. But Chaz's journey didn't stop there. He overcame many difficulties and became one of the first transgender people in the entertainment industry, especially with roles in famous films such as The Secret Life of the American Teenager and American Horror Story. Chaz's story is not only a personal journey, but also a testament to change and acceptance in society and the entertainment industry. Notably, Chaz's mother, Cher, also went through her own journey to understand and support her son. Even though she sometimes accidentally uses the wrong pronouns, her love and pride for Chaz is strong and unconditional. Ultimately, Chaz's story is not just about a body transformation, but also a journey of self-discovery, the courage to overcome difficulties and become your true self. Erica Irvin, also known as Amazon Eve, has become a powerful icon in the fashion industry thanks to her impressive height of 2.03 meters, 6 feet 8 inches. As the tallest female model in the world, she always attracts attention wherever she goes. When Erica decided to share her transgender journey, she received advice from her close friend, actor Bill Skarsgård, who encouraged her to start in Sweden, where openness and acceptance of diversity are common. Erica's goal is not only to inspire the transgender community, but also to create a positive change in society. Erica started out as a model, but she didn't stop there. She expanded her career into acting and landed a prominent role in American Horror Story, Freak Show, where she played Amazon Eve. Interestingly, the role was originally written for a man, and Erica auditioned for a male role before coming out as transgender. The unique combination of Erica, a tall woman, and the world's smallest woman at just 53 centimeters tall, creates a powerful image that celebrates the beauty of diversity and the power of being different. However, Erica's journey has not always been easy. Her decision to transition was met with opposition from her family, leading to a painful period of separation. But Erica has not let that get in the way of her happiness. She has continued to build a life she is proud of, staying true to herself and constantly searching for joy and fulfillment. Erica's story is a testament to courage and resilience, showing that being true to yourself can open the door to change and acceptance in society. Jazz Jennings is a powerful symbol in the fight for transgender rights, especially as she grew up as a transgender child. She gained public attention at the age of 6, when she appeared in an interview with Barbara Walters and confidently shared that although she was assigned male at birth, she always felt like a girl. From a young age, Jazz showed clear differences from her peers, such as liking to wear her sister's clothes, wearing high heels, and always asserting that she was a girl, despite confusion from her parents. Jazz's strong desire for her body to match her gender identity was reflected in naive thoughts, such as believing that a fairy would turn her into a real girl. Fortunately, her family was always supportive and accepting of Jazz's gender identity from the beginning, helping her grow up in a loving and supportive environment. It was this unwavering support that helped Jazz come out as a person from a young age and become an inspirational role model for the transgender community. As an adult, Jazz chose not to live a private life, but instead opened her story to the world through the popular show I Am Jazz on TLC. The show chronicled her journey from self-acceptance to fighting for the rights of the transgender community. Jazz's openness and courage have made her a leading advocate for transgender rights and earned her a spot on Time magazine's list of 25 most influential teens in 2014. What makes Jazz special is her unwavering confidence. When asked how she deals with judgment from others, Jazz responded with wisdom and maturity. "The only opinion that really matters to me is my own, because I define who I am, not anyone else." This quote has become her life motto, a source of motivation not only for herself, but also for others who are searching for freedom and self-acceptance. Jazz Jennings is not only an inspiration, but also a symbol of strength, confidence, and perseverance in the journey of being true to oneself. The journey from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner is one of the most dramatic and emotional transition stories in recent history. Before she became a transgender icon, Caitlyn was Bruce, a sports legend who won a gold medal in the decathlon at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. But behind those triumphs was an unspoken inner struggle, a battle with her gender identity that simmered for years and led to a life-changing decision. From an early age, Bruce felt different. He would sometimes try on his mother and sister's clothes, and while he didn't fully understand the feeling, he began to find ways to cope through sports, where he became a legend. Despite his immense success, Bruce couldn't hide his inner conflict. His marriages, while seemingly stable, couldn't overcome his loneliness and pent-up emotions. Bruce opened up to his second wife, Linda Thompson, about his struggles with his gender identity, but the conversation was always filled with difficult emotions. His later relationship with Kris Jenner didn't completely resolve those struggles, and despite being a family figure on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Bruce still had to keep much of himself private. When Caitlyn decided to transition at age 65, it shocked her family and the world. At an age when many people would consider retiring, Caitlyn chose to start over, a courageous and revolutionary decision. But her family was there for her, showing that love and support can overcome any change. In 2015, her Vanity Fair cover story titled "Call Me Caitlyn" was not only a life-changing moment for her, but also a powerful conversation about transgender rights. This was a historic moment, affirming the importance of being true to oneself and shedding light on human rights issues that had previously gone unnoticed by society. Andrea Pajic, now known as a fashion icon, has had an inspiring and transformative journey in the industry. Starting out as Andre, she stood out on the catwalk, showcasing seductive feminine outfits with a unique androgynous beauty, winning the hearts of designers and fans. Although Andre's career flourished, she could not find satisfaction inside. Despite always shining in fashionable outfits, Andre realized that she could not continue living as a man. Growing up in Bosnia and then Australia, Andre felt different from a young age. She found joy in trying on her mother's clothes and playing with makeup, although this sometimes made her feel confused by social expectations. Despite the strict standards set by society, Andre was determined to pursue her own path, and it was this difference that became her strength that helped her shine in the international fashion industry. But behind the spotlight, Andre knew she couldn't continue living in a shell that wasn't her true self. In 2014, she made a big move, transitioning and coming out as her true self. Although it was a challenging and career-threatening decision, Andrea, the new name she chose, was warmly received by the fashion community. She became the first transgender model to appear on the cover of GQ Portugal, making history in the industry. Looking back on her journey, Andrea would probably smile and tell her younger self, "Don't worry, girl. You will become the woman you've always wanted to be, and the world will love you for it." Fallon Fox is a prominent icon, not only in the world of MMA, but also as a pioneer for the transgender athlete community. She has broken barriers in sports, not only with her powerful punches, but also through her tenacious journey of fighting for equality and recognition for transgender athletes, especially in a sports environment that lacks acceptance. Born in Toledo, Ohio, Fallon felt different from the boys around her from a young age. She easily fit in with the girls, but this was not easy when faced with expectations and prejudices from society as well as her family. Her family, like many others during those years, did not understand and could not accept the change in her gender identity. Her mother strongly opposed her decision to transition, while her father believed that it was just a phase that could change. Fallon faced many difficulties and lack of understanding throughout her transition journey. Despite the hardships she endured from her family and society, Fallon Fox decided to stay true to herself. She knew she was meant to be a woman, and despite all the challenges, she continued to persevere in pursuing her dream. Fallon's journey was not only a physical transformation, but also a long struggle with herself and the world around her. She made history as the first openly transgender athlete in MMA, entering a world full of challenges and fierce competition. However, she faced challenges not only in the ring, but also constant opposition and criticism from those who believed that Fallon, being a man, had a physical advantage over her female opponents. Despite the controversy and discrimination she faced, Fallon never gave up. She continued to fight not only in the cage, but also against the discrimination and prejudice she endured every day. Fallon Fox has proven that transgender athletes can shine in sports and deserve an equal place as everyone else. Her story is not just about a boxer, but also an inspiration to the transgender community around the world. Despite all the difficulties, Fallon continues to dedicate herself, affirming that her dreams and passion are unstoppable. Laverne Cox is one of the most iconic transgender icons, not only because of her talent, but also because of her far-reaching influence. She made her mark through her role as Sophia Bursette on Orange is the New Black, where she portrayed a transgender woman in a women's prison. However, before becoming the star we know today, Laverne went through a challenging and relentless journey to find her own truth. Born and raised in Alabama, Laverne realized at a very early age that she was attracted to feminine things. However, these traits were not accepted in her surroundings, and she was often teased and bullied. Instead of being overcome by these difficulties, they became the motivation for Laverne to build resilience and strength. One of her earliest passions was tap jazz dancing, and although her mother disapproved of her taking ballet classes, believing it to be too girly, Laverne was determined to pursue her passion. Growing up, Laverne faced a conflict between herself and societal expectations. In a strict religious environment, she was taught that her emotions and desires were sinful, and this weighed heavily on her for years. A traumatic experience in 6th grade, when she swallowed a vial of pills, became a major turning point, helping her realize that her life needed to change. Fortunately, she overcame that moment and continued to search for the truth about herself. When she moved to New York, Laverne began her journey to accepting her true gender identity and began the process of transition. This was an incredibly personal decision that not only changed her life, but also led to an internal revolution. A major milestone in Laverne's career came when she landed the role of Sophia Bursette on Orange is the New Black. Her performance was praised for its depth and authenticity, reflecting her own personal experiences. The role brought her out of the shadows and into the spotlight as a strong advocate for the rights of the transgender community. Laverne Cox has not only distinguished herself as a talented actress, but also as a resilient role model in the fight for acceptance and equality. She has proven that being true to yourself is worth it, despite the challenges and obstacles. Laverne has not only asserted her right to be respected and loved, but has also become a powerful inspiration for those seeking freedom and self-acceptance. Carmen Carrera made a huge impact on the public when she participated in the third season of RuPaul's Drag Race, where she shined thanks to her charming appearance and outstanding performing talent. However, Carmen's journey was not limited to the world of drag, but also opened a new chapter full of challenges when she decided to start the process of transitioning from male to female. Transitioning in the spotlight was not easy, especially when Carmen had become a famous drag model. This decision caused her to face difficulties in acceptance from some people, but Carmen was determined to be true to herself and share her story to contribute to making the transition journey more normal in the public eye. Carmen's decision to transition was not only a personal journey, but also a powerful message about language and respect in the LGBTQ+ community. A pivotal moment in her journey was when Carmen spoke out against the controversial she-male game on RuPaul's Drag Race, a term she felt was disrespectful and offensive to the transgender community. Carmen felt that such words were not only hurtful, but also promoted discrimination against transgender people. Despite some pushback from the drag race community, Carmen remained steadfast in her stance on the need to change the way transgender issues are approached, with greater respect and understanding. Today, Carmen Carrera is not only a famous model, appearing on international runways, but also a passionate advocate for transgender rights. Despite some controversy surrounding her views, Carmen maintains that she does not hold any grudges against RuPaul. She shared that if she ever met RuPaul again, she would welcome him with a friendly hug. Carmen's life is not only a story of gender transition, but also a testament to the power of determination, courage, and openness. She has become an inspiration to those who are seeking to live their true selves, despite all the hardships. Gina Rochero made a huge life change in 2014 when she came out as transgender in an inspiring TED Talk. Before this revelation, Gina had been recognized in the fashion industry, but few people knew that she was born a man. Her decision to come out was not only a way for her to be true to herself, but also a bold move that opened a new chapter in her life, knowing that she would face many challenges. Gina's journey began when she was just 5 years old, when she confidently announced to her mother that she was a girl. Fortunately, her family welcomed her with love and support, helping Gina build a solid foundation to pursue her true life. At 19, Gina underwent gender reassignment surgery to bring her body in line with her true self, but she kept this part of her life private for fear that her past might tarnish the image of the woman she had built. When Gina shared her truth in her TED Talk, it was an emotional moment not only for her, but also for the transgender community. Her representatives, unaware of her transgender identity, stood by her and reminded her that talent and beauty were the most important factors. This revelation helped Gina emerge as a transgender model icon in the fashion industry, inspiring greater inclusivity and sparking important conversations about respect and acceptance in the industry. Today, Gina is a well-known model and a vocal advocate for the rights of the transgender community. She encourages others to be true to themselves without fear or shame, and serves as a role model for those seeking freedom in their gender identity. Gina's story is not only a personal journey, but also a testament to the power of determination and courage in pursuing a free and fulfilling life. Anthony Perkins, with his legendary role as Norman Bates in Psycho, has left a deep mark in the history of cinema. However, Perkins's private life is not only famous for his acting talent, but also a complicated and mysterious story. Becoming a big star in Hollywood, he was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Friendly Persuasion. But behind the halo, his love life is no less turbulent. Although widely known for his image as a prominent star on the screen, Perkins has had long-term same-sex relationships, including big names such as Rock Hudson, Tab Hunter, and Rudolf Nureyev. After many years of keeping her private life private, Perkins surprised everyone when she married photographer Barry Berenson when she was 3 months pregnant. This marriage surprised many people because many people could not believe that Perkins, with his deep feelings for men, could marry a woman. Perkins and Berenson, however, had 2 children and lived happily together until Perkins died in 1992 from complications related to HIV. Perkins's legacy comes not only from his iconic roles, but also from a life filled with secrets and complications, highlighting the untold stories behind the glitz of Hollywood. His life is a testament to the truths hidden beneath the glamour of the entertainment industry, highlighting the difficulty of being true to yourself in a world full of prejudice. Chanel West Coast has been at the center of a strange and hilarious internet rumor. Some people have started spreading the news that Lee Norris, who played Stuart Minkus on Boy Meets World, has transitioned and become Chanel West Coast. If you don't remember Minkus, just imagine a nerdy guy with brown hair, big glasses, and a very distinct style, which makes it easy for many to see the uncanny resemblance between the two. The rumor has spread quickly, leaving many confused and wondering if it's true. However, one thing needs to be clear. Lee Norris and Chanel West Coast are completely different people with separate careers. Lee Norris has continued to work, taking on roles in shows like The Walking Dead, Girl Meets World, and Gone Girl. Although his career continued to grow steadily, the bizarre rumor left fans confused, with some joking that he had disappeared after allegedly becoming Chanel West Coast. Meanwhile, Chanel West Coast continued to build a solid career as a rapper, actress, and dynamic secretary in Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory. She captivated audiences with her humor, natural charm, and distinctive style. When asked about the rumor, Chanel responded humorously but also sincerely. She admitted that she felt a little sorry for Lee Norris, as the rumor led some to think that he was no longer active. However, she also emphasized that transitioning is a very personal experience and should not be joked about, as it is a challenging process, both emotionally and physically. Chanel did not let the rumor affect her career. She continues to shine in the entertainment industry, proving that she is not only a talented artist, but also a model of freedom and authenticity in life. Like Hollywood legend James Dean, Chanel has also learned to challenge social norms and be true to herself, delivering a powerful message about pursuing your passion and always being yourself, despite all the rumors and challenges. Barbara Stanwyck is a legendary Hollywood icon, known not only for her acting talent but also for breaking social barriers and her strong connection to the LGBTQ+ community. In the 1962 film Walk on the Wild Side, she played a lesbian character, a role that is considered to be far-reaching, sparking discussions about gender diversity. However, many believe that the role was more than just a work of art and may have reflected her personal experiences. Stanwyck is beloved not only for her impressive career, but also for her strong and independent personality. She is a person with close ties to the LGBTQ+ community, having taught dance at a speakeasy club run by the famous businessman Ganan, who ran a club exclusively for gay people. This further highlighted her connection to the LGBTQ+ community at a time when social acceptance of those in this community was very limited. Rumors about Stanwyck's personal life became more complicated and interesting when singer Tallulah Bankhead, a lesbian legend, claimed that she had a romantic relationship with Stanwyck. In addition, her long-term and committed relationship with her agent, Helen Ferguson, which lasted for 30 years, was also said to be an important part of her personal life. Although Stanwyck has been married twice, many believe that these marriages were part of maintaining a public image, partly hiding the truth about her sexual orientation. With a life full of mystery and secrecy, Stanwyck has made Hollywood pay attention to the untold stories of LGBTQ+ pioneers. She was not only a great artist, but also a symbol of resilience and independence, helping to promote a change in perceptions of identity and love during the golden age of Hollywood. Marilyn Monroe, the icon of Hollywood beauty and charm, not only conquered the hearts of men, but also left a deep impression on many women. Off-screen, her love life was always a topic of discussion, with many rumors surrounding her relationships, especially with famous actresses such as Joan Crawford, Barbara Stanwyck, Judy Garland, and Marlene Dietrich. These stories, allegedly revealed from recordings of Monroe's therapy sessions with a psychiatrist, have added to the curiosity about her private life. One of the most interesting revelations was from Dr. Ralph Greenson, Monroe's psychiatrist, who is said to have noted that Monroe admitted to an intimate encounter with Joan Crawford. According to Monroe, this was an intense and emotional experience, but the relationship did not last long because she felt that Crawford was too demanding and sometimes quite demanding. Monroe's bisexuality was no secret to those who worked closely with her, including director Gan Negulesco. Monroe once said that she never felt sexually satisfied with a man, despite her many public relationships. Monroe's personal life was a complex, multi-layered picture that went far beyond the glamorous exterior the public knew. Her stories of love, vulnerability, and profound experiences continue to garner attention. And like all Hollywood legends, they only fuel the public's curiosity about who she really was. Cary Grant, born Alexander Leach, was not only a Hollywood glamour icon, but also a character who had a special and affectionate relationship with actor Randolph Scott. The two first met in 1932 on the set of the movie Hot Saturday, and their relationship quickly became close. They moved into a house called Bachelor Hall together, a place famous in Hollywood stories. Grant and Scott's relationship was not just a casual friendship, but a deep and close friendship that lasted for many years, beyond the social norms of that time. Although not public, their affection was a testament to a strong and sincere connection. Although both later married, their special friendship remained unchanged. There are stories of them hanging out together at night at the Polo Lounge, holding hands in silence, with only the staff as witnesses. Grant and Scott's relationship was a closely guarded secret in the entertainment industry, but those close to them knew that the bond between them went beyond friendship. It was a beautiful, powerful, and enduring love story that defied the social norms of the time. The relationship lasted until the end of their lives, and when Randolph Scott died just a few months before Cary Grant, Grant expressed deep regret for the love and special bond they shared. Their story continues to be a moving testament to the power of true love and resilience, despite the social pressures and stigmas of the time. If today's story inspired you or made you think, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future fun and surprising content. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic. What resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to connect and chat with you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video to hear your thoughts on today's topic. What stood out to you the most? Share your insights in the comments below. We're excited to connect and chat with you. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video. Welcome to a special journey where we explore the stories behind the bright lights of Hollywood. Our favorite stars are not only known for their talent, but also for being trailblazers, individuals who changed the industry and broke gender barriers. Today, we will explore inspiring stories of resilience, courage, and transformation. Get ready for some surprising names and extraordinary journeys that you cannot miss. Let's get started. Caitlyn Jenner's journey from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn is not only a story of personal transformation, but also a symbol of the powerful struggle to be true to oneself and be accepted by society. Bruce Jenner was once a sports legend, winning a gold medal in the decathlon at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. However, behind those victories, Caitlyn faced a complex internal struggle about her gender identity. From a young age, Bruce felt attracted to the things that belonged to his mother and sister. These were feelings that he could not explain at a time when society did not widely discuss gender identity. To cope with these conflicts, Bruce focused all his attention on sports and saw it as an escape. His success in sports, including an Olympic gold medal, brought him to the pinnacle of fame, but the pain of his gender identity always smoldered in his heart. Bruce is also a father and husband, but his first two marriages ended in divorce. While living with Linda Thompson, Bruce tried to share his gender identity, but Linda's lack of understanding made him feel even more alone. In his relationship with Kris Jenner, Bruce continued to share that he had been taking hormones for 4 years, but this did not fully help Kris understand the difficulties he faced. However, they continued to build a family and became famous stars on the reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. As the pillar of the Kardashian-Jenner family, Bruce is loved by the public. However, Bruce's decision to transition to Caitlyn came as a big surprise, especially to her children. Although initially surprised, the Jenner and Kardashian families gave Caitlyn absolute love and support, proving that family is a strong support during difficult times. Caitlyn decided to transition at the age of 65. An age when many people want to find stability. However, for Caitlyn, being true to herself is the most important thing. In 2015, she publicly transitioned in a famous article in Vanity Fair magazine with the title, "Call Me Caitlyn." This moment was not only an important turning point in Caitlyn's life, but also opened a global dialogue about transgender rights, while raising awareness and presence of the LGBTQ+ community in society. From a sports legend, Caitlyn Jenner has become a symbol of freedom, courage, and hope for those who are looking to live their true self. She has proven that change is not just about appearance, but also about liberating the spirit and finding true happiness in life. When Sonny and Cher welcomed their daughter Chastity in 1969, they could not have imagined that the journey ahead would be one of profound challenge and change. Growing up in the spotlight, Chastity was always shining in public, but behind the scenes, she struggled with a constant internal struggle. Despite being raised as a girl, Chastity always felt that she did not fit the expected image of femininity, a feeling of insecurity and discomfort that she dealt with throughout her adulthood. Throughout her years, Chastity tried to conform to societal norms, but always felt uncomfortable in her own skin. This struggle became even more pronounced when she realized that she did not want to live as a woman. However, the fear of being rejected by her family and society kept her from coming out, and she continued to live in inner turmoil. It wasn't until the late 2000s that Chastity made a big decision to transition and begin a new journey as Chaz Bono. It wasn't an easy step, but a challenging one, fraught with doubts, fears, and pain. Looking back at old photos of Chastity still makes Chaz feel uneasy, as they bring back memories of a long time living in a body that wasn't his. At age 40, Chaz underwent significant physical changes, including a mastectomy and testosterone hormone therapy, which helped him feel more comfortable with his body and develop masculine characteristics. These changes marked the beginning of a new chapter, where Chaz could finally be himself. Beyond his personal transition journey, Chaz has become a prominent advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, using his platform to raise awareness and support those in similar situations. Like his parents, Chaz has continued his career in the entertainment industry, becoming the first transgender man to play a male role in a feature film. He has also appeared in popular shows such as The Secret Life of the American Teenager, The Bold and the Beautiful, and American Horror Story. Chaz's journey has been challenging not only for himself, but also for his mother, Cher, although Cher admits that she struggled to accept Chaz's transition. From seeing Chastity as a daughter to seeing Chaz as a son, her love and pride for him has remained unchanged. Although she still struggles with using the correct pronouns at times, Cher has always expressed pride in Chaz's courage in being true to himself. Laverne Cox is a powerful and inspiring icon in the transgender community, most notably through her iconic role on Orange is the New Black as Sophia Bursette. Laverne's sensitive and emotional portrayal of life as a transgender woman in a women's prison opens up an important conversation about gender identity acceptance and the challenges transgender people face. However, before becoming a movie star and a passionate advocate for the LGBTQ+ community, Laverne went through a personal journey of challenges, struggles, and self-discovery. Born in Mobile, Alabama, where traditional gender norms were strict, Laverne knew she was different from a very young age. She was drawn to activities and interests that were often considered feminine, which led her to face loneliness and heartache. Feelings of not fitting into societal expectations led to Laverne being the target of bullying and teasing from her peers. One of her early passions was dancing, although her mother was concerned about her son participating in an activity that was considered feminine. However, her mother eventually agreed to let Laverne take tap and jazz lessons, but forbade her from taking ballet lessons because she thought it was too girly. Despite many obstacles and limitations, Laverne persisted in pursuing her passions. Growing up in a conservative religious environment, she often felt guilty and ashamed of her feelings, even having negative thoughts. However, after that difficult period, Laverne found the strength to overcome and refused to give up. She decided to start a new life in New York, where she gradually discovered her true identity and began the process of gender transition. Laverne's transition journey was not an easy one, but it brought her a sense of freedom and liberation. Her big break came when she was cast as Sophia Bursette in Orange is the New Black. The role not only reflected Laverne's own experiences, but also opened a big door for the transgender community on screen. She vividly and honestly portrayed the challenges that transgender people face, received love from the audience, and became an important icon in the fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Aside from her acting career, Laverne Cox is also a strong advocate for the rights of the transgender community. She has used her fame to raise awareness about the challenges that transgender people face and educate society about the importance of acceptance. Her message is clear and powerful. Transgender is beautiful. Laverne Cox is not only an inspiration to the transgender community, but also a symbol of courage, resilience, and resilience. She has become a beacon of light for a generation seeking acceptance, equality, and the freedom to be themselves. Before becoming one of the most famous transgender models, Andrea Pejic made her mark in the fashion industry as Andrea Peach. Starting her career as a male model, Andrea not only attracted attention for her attractive appearance, but also for her ability to confidently walk the female catwalk, something that few people could do. The combination of strength and unique style made Andrea one of the most sought-after faces in the international fashion scene. However, behind the spotlight and the aura of this industry, Andrea faced an internal struggle with her own gender identity. Growing up in Bosnia and Australia, Andrea always felt different, but could not clearly express those feelings. In a society where gender norms were clearly imposed, Andrea struggled with a complex identity. From a young age, she was drawn to socially perceived feminine activities, like putting on makeup and dressing up with her mother. These hobbies brought her joy and comfort, but also created internal conflicts, as Andrea felt she did not fit into society's expectations of a boy. As she grew older, Andrea's increasingly different appearance became a source of attention, but also brought with it challenges. She faced bullying and isolation throughout her teenage years. However, the fashion industry became a place where differences were celebrated, and Andrea found solace in modeling. With her genderless beauty, she quickly attracted the attention of famous designers, and her modeling career began to flourish. But despite her success, Andrea still felt a great void inside. She understood that she did not need to live the life of a man. The idea of transitioning had haunted Andrea for a long time, but the decision was not easy. It was not only a physical change, but it could also have a major impact on her career and relationships in the fashion industry that she had worked so hard to build. However, the need to be true to herself became more and more urgent, and in 2014, Andrea decided to make a big change in her life, officially transitioning. This was an important decision, marking the end of many years of internal struggle and the desire to live her true self. Now, under the name Andrea Pejic, she continues her journey of transformation, not only physically, but also mentally. Andrea shares that this process is not simply a change in appearance, but also a journey full of psychological and physical challenges. After transitioning, Andrea's career continued to thrive, and she became the first transgender model to appear on the cover of GQ Portugal. Looking back on her journey, Andrea often reflects on the hardships she has overcome. If she could talk to her older self, she would tell herself that despite all the challenges and confusion in life, she would eventually become the strong woman she always knew she could be. Andrea's journey is not just a story about transitioning, but also a powerful testament to being true to yourself and embracing your differences. Carmen Carrera's journey began when she participated in the third season of RuPaul's Drag Race, where she quickly made a name for herself with her charm and outstanding performance. Carmen not only made a strong impression but also became one of the most beloved and widely recognized drag artists. However, after being eliminated from the show, Carmen's life took a significant turn when she decided to undergo gender transition from male to female. This was not only a difficult personal journey, but also a fight to assert herself in a challenging society, especially for those who knew her as a drag artist. Carmen's transition was not an easy road. She faced opposition from many people, including those who still did not recognize her as a real woman. Some still considered Carmen a man pretending to be a woman. However, Carmen did not give up. She is determined to be true to herself, hoping that her story will help society recognize and accept transgenderism as a natural part of human diversity. One of the most memorable moments in Carmen's journey was when she spoke out against the term she-male in RuPaul's Drag Race. She asserted that the term was offensive and disrespectful to the transgender community. Although Carmen's actions were criticized by some in the drag community, she stood her ground, fighting for respect and acceptance for transgender people. Today, Carmen is not only a successful model, regularly appearing on international runways, but also an active advocate for the rights of the transgender community. She uses her influence to raise awareness and promote understanding of the LGBTQ+ community in society. Despite the controversy surrounding RuPaul's Drag Race, Carmen insists that she holds no grudge against RuPaul. If she ever gets the chance to meet him again, Carmen would welcome him with a big hug. Carmen's journey is not only a story of personal transformation, but also a testament to the relentless drive to create positive change, raise awareness, and promote acceptance in society. Gina Rochero, a famous model and activist, marked a major milestone in her life in 2014 when she came out as transgender in a TED Talk. Before that, Gina was known as a successful model, but few people knew that she was assigned male at birth. This decision to come out was not only a bold move, but also marked a major turning point in her career and personal life. Gina's journey began at the age of 5, when she bravely shared with her mother that she was a girl. Fortunately, her family has always been supportive and loving, allowing her to be true to herself from the very beginning. At the age of 19, Gina completed gender reassignment surgery, a major milestone that helped her achieve harmony between her appearance and her gender identity. However, for many years afterwards, she kept her past a secret, even from those close to her and her colleagues in the fashion industry. Coming out was not easy for Gina. She was concerned that revealing her past would negatively impact her career and reputation, and she feared that the media would exploit and damage her feminine image. However, Gina felt a strong urge to be honest, and she decided to use her personal story to inspire the transgender community around the world. When Gina took the TED stage to share her story, she was overcome with emotion. The speech was not only a personal statement, but also a powerful call to all transgender people, that they should not hide their identity. Despite her initial concerns, Gina received overwhelming support from colleagues and agents who had previously been unaware of her past. This public coming out has opened up a new horizon for Gina Rochero. She has not only continued her modeling career, but has also become a prominent activist, representing the transgender community in the fashion industry. Gina uses her voice to promote inclusion and equality for other transgender people, creating a space in the fashion industry where people can be themselves, free from discrimination or stereotypes. Gina continues to be a symbol of courage and authenticity, and a passionate advocate for the rights of the transgender community. Her story is not only inspirational in the fashion industry, but also a powerful message about being authentic and affirming yourself, contributing to promoting a more respectful and tolerant society for all. Fallon Fox's story is a living testament to courage, perseverance, and determination to overcome challenges in a world that is sometimes not ready to accept change. As a pioneer in the field of mixed martial arts, Fallon's journey has been about more than just fighting in the ring, but also about defending her identity and opening doors for transgender athletes in sports. Born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, Fallon knew she was different from a young age. She felt more comfortable around girls, but expressing herself in a society filled with gender norms posed many challenges. Like many transgender people, Fallon experienced confusion about her gender identity, especially when she did not receive acceptance from her family. When she told her parents that she was transgender, her mother was inconsolable, while her father believed Fallon was simply gay and attempted to manipulate her identity through conversion therapy, a controversial and unacknowledged practice. Despite facing strong opposition from her family and society, Fallon remained steadfast in her decision to live her true self. Her decision to transition was not an easy one, but Fallon overcame all the difficulties to become the woman she always knew she could be. After completing her transition, Fallon Fox made history as the first openly transgender athlete in MMA, a remarkable milestone in a sport that requires strength and physicality, where masculine norms often prevail. In the ring, Fallon faced not only physical challenges, but also controversy and criticism regarding whether she had an unfair advantage over her female opponents, because she was born male. However, the most difficult thing for Fallon was not only the negative reactions from the public, but also the change in the perception of close friends and colleagues. Before coming out, she was seen as a normal female athlete, but after her story was revealed, some people began to change their perception and no longer considered her a worthy opponent. Despite this, Fallon never gave up. She continued to fight not only in the ring but also in life, persistently proving that transgender athletes can also succeed and dedicate themselves in sports. Fallon Fox's story is not only the journey of an athlete, but also a symbol of the fight for equality and acceptance in sports. She has paved the way for many other transgender athletes, proving that courage and perseverance can overcome all prejudices. Jazz Jennings has become an important icon in the transgender community, especially in raising awareness of the experience of being a transgender child. She first came out publicly about her gender identity at the age of 6 in an interview with Barbara Walters, where she identified as a girl despite her body being male at the time. From a young age, Jazz expressed her identity through her interests and actions, such as borrowing her sister's clothes and dancing in high heels. Her understanding of herself from a young age led Jazz to constantly affirm to her parents that she was indeed a girl, even when they accidentally called her a boy. Jazz always wished for a miracle to help her become a real girl, expressing a deep desire for harmony between her appearance and her inner identity. Fortunately, her family not only accepted, but also supported her, helping Jazz develop confidence from a young age, becoming a role model for the transgender community. As an adult, Jazz decided to share her journey with the public through TLC's reality show I Am Jazz, where viewers could witness her challenges and triumphs as she grew up. Jazz's courage and openness have not only made her a television star, but also a symbol of understanding and acceptance for transgender people. In addition to her television career, Jazz has become a YouTube star and an active activist for transgender rights. In 2014, Time magazine named Jazz one of the 25 most influential teens, demonstrating her great influence. What is remarkable about Jazz is her self-confidence. When asked how she feels when others judge her, she answered emphatically, "The only opinion that really matters to me is my own, because I define myself." Jazz Jennings' story is not only a personal journey, but also a powerful campaign for acceptance and understanding of the transgender community. She has inspired millions of people, bringing a message of self-acceptance and the fight for equality. Chanel West Coast, a famous rapper and actress, became the subject of a strange rumor when it was suggested that she was dating Lee Norris, an actor best known for his role as Stuart Minkus on the 90s series Boy Meets World. However, the rumor was completely untrue, as Chanel and Lee are two different individuals with separate careers and lives. While the two share some physical similarities, they have taken different artistic paths. Lee Norris continued to develop his acting career with roles in popular shows like The Walking Dead and Girl Meets World, as well as the critically acclaimed film Gone Girl. These rumors were misleading and tarnished his career, leading many to mistakenly believe that he had left the entertainment industry to become Chanel West Coast. On the other hand, Chanel West Coast has made a name for herself not only through her roles in Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, where she showcased her fun personality, but also through her music career with her unique songs and style. She has attracted public attention with her talent and successful career. When asked about this rumor, Chanel West Coast expressed sympathy for Lee Norris and realized that such rumors can be misleading. She also emphasized that transgender is a deeply personal journey and should not be joked about or exploited. Chanel urged people to approach this issue with respect and sensitivity, as the transgender journey is not only a physical challenge, but also an emotional and psychological struggle. Despite the rumors, Chanel West Coast has remained steadfast and continued to develop her career. She has proven that she is not only a talented artist, but also a compassionate and understanding person who handles every situation calmly and intelligently. Chanel West Coast is a model of resilience, inspiring many in their journey to pursue their passion and truth. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video about 10 transgender celebrities. They are not only pioneers in the community, but also symbols of courage, resilience, and strength in the journey of living true to themselves. Their stories are not only personal journeys, but also great inspiration for all of us, promoting respect and acceptance of differences in society. If you find this video meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below the video to let us know your thoughts. Thank you, and see you in the next videos. In a world where physical perfection is the norm, even celebrities are not immune to the lure of plastic surgery. But the journey to change sometimes doesn't go as expected. From Hollywood's biggest names to music icons, many black celebrities have paid a heavy price for poor decisions about their appearance that have put their careers in jeopardy. Let's explore the shocking transformations and the surprising stories behind them. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Let's get started. K. Michelle, with her powerful and emotional voice, quickly rose to become a music star. Her talent attracted attention and made her one of the prominent artists in the industry. However, K. Michelle's journey was not only associated with music. She also made bold decisions regarding plastic surgery, including procedures such as breast augmentation, butt augmentation, nose job, and lip reshaping. Each change has made her appearance more and more different from the early days, when fans loved her for her natural and strong beauty. Many fans were confused, wondering why a talented artist like K. Michelle felt the need to change herself so much. Was it a lack of confidence or the pressures of the music industry? Whatever the reason, her drastic change in appearance has led to less public attention being paid to her musical talent and more to controversies and comparisons about the surgeries she has undergone. K. Michelle's story is a reminder of the importance of loving and accepting yourself rather than seeking perfection through cosmetic procedures. It also shows that true beauty is not just about appearance, but also comes from talent, honesty, and confidence from within. Lil Kim, the queen of hip-hop, has always been a powerful icon in the music industry, standing out not only for her talent, but also for her unique style and strong personality. She is one of the pioneers in expressing herself through her music and bold fashion and makeup choices, helping to affirm her position in this competitive world. Lil Kim's physical transformation has become a special story in the history of hip-hop. From her early days in the industry to her legendary status, she has always changed constantly, from lightening her skin color over time to undergoing cosmetic surgeries such as rhinoplasty, liposuction, and implants to enhance her body curves. These changes have not only attracted attention, but also sparked many discussions about beauty and personal identity, especially in the context of women of color being pressured by unrealistic beauty standards. Lil Kim has not been shy about sharing the procedures she has undergone, which has made her the center of controversy. Some have praised her openness and seen it as a liberating way to express herself, while others have criticized her pursuit of beauty ideals as potentially damaging. Despite this, Lil Kim has remained steadfast in her belief in herself, asserting her strength and unshakable confidence. Despite the controversy, there is no denying that Lil Kim remains an irreplaceable icon in the hip-hop scene, continuing to inspire a new generation of artists to pursue their own path. She has always maintained a strong position in the hearts of her fans thanks to her boldness and unapologetic spirit, a role model for freedom and self-determination in owning one's own image and identity. LaToya Jackson, one of the most prominent members of the Jackson family, has had a complicated journey with plastic surgery, both physically and emotionally. Born into a famous family with strong pressure on public image, LaToya was not immune to the strict expectations of her appearance that she faced from a young age. This pressure came not only from her fame, but also from the beauty standards that the public wanted. LaToya's journey to change her appearance included surgical decisions ranging from correcting a nose that she felt was too wide to reshaping her cheeks and creating a slimmer chin. Each surgery was an attempt to find a beauty ideal that she felt was unattainable. These changes did not stop, as she continued to undergo procedures to perfect her appearance in a way that she believed was ideal. One of LaToya's most controversial decisions was to change her skin tone to a lighter complexion, which not only reflected the social pressures she faced, but also was a sign of her inner turmoil. With her outstanding musical talent and captivating voice, LaToya should have been recognized for her artistic abilities. However, instead of focusing on her music, her cosmetic surgeries became a topic of media interest, overshadowing her musical achievements. LaToya Jackson's story is a reminder of the negative effects of striving to meet unrealistic beauty standards. It also reflects the stress of facing societal expectations. However, her story also shows that true beauty lies not in facial features, but in confidence and inner strength. LaToya's aesthetic journey, while challenging, emphasizes the importance of self-acceptance and finding true beauty from within. Kanye West, a musical genius and fashion icon, has not only been known for his groundbreaking music, but also for his eye-catching personal style decisions. However, his recent change in appearance has attracted great public attention. Rumors of Kanye having undergone rhinoplasty, jaw surgery, and facial fillers have surfaced, leaving fans wondering about the reasons behind these changes. Kanye has always been known for his rugged style, personality, and strong ego. However, the dramatic transformation in his appearance has surprised many people. The public has not only paid attention to his appearance, but also asked the question, do these changes reflect a shift in self-esteem, or simply a desire to fit into the beauty standards of the entertainment industry? While Kanye's talent and charisma remain unchanged, the difference in his current appearance certainly leaves many fans wondering and pondering about the real motivations behind this change. Vivica A. Fox, one of Hollywood's most glamorous icons, has always captivated audiences with her captivating roles and timeless beauty. However, her appearance has also sparked much debate about her cosmetic decisions, leaving the public wondering about her image transformation journey. Vivica rose to stardom in the 90s with her radiant smile and youthful, attractive appearance. Fans adored her not only for her natural beauty, but also for her strong style and personality. However, over time, small changes in her appearance have become more apparent. Vivica has made no secret of undergoing cosmetic procedures such as Botox and fillers to maintain her smooth and youthful skin. She has also admitted to having breast implants to enhance her appearance. Vivica's openness about these choices gives the public a clear view of her views on beauty. Vivica believes that it is normal to use cosmetic procedures to maintain beauty, but it is important to maintain balance and naturalness. However, these changes cannot help but attract attention. Some people praise Vivica for maintaining the perfection of her appearance, while others worry that she has gone too far. However, Vivica still maintains her confidence and always appears outstanding with her own unique style. So what do you think about Vivica A. Fox's cosmetic journey? Is it a perfect evolution or a sign of going too far in the Hollywood industry? Share your opinion in the comments. Tamar Braxton, a powerful and energetic singer, was once a shining star in the music industry. She was always the epitome of confidence and charisma, but gradually, an unexpected change appeared in her journey. Tamar began experimenting with cosmetic procedures, and from the initial subtle changes, such as Botox or fillers, to more drastic interventions on her nose, cheekbones, and lips, her appearance was no longer the same. These changes surprised fans, and many expressed concern when they saw that she seemed to be changing too much from the image they loved. Although this change created heated debates on social media, where many advised Tamar to stop and reminded her of how naturally beautiful she was, she continued her journey. However, as the changes in her appearance became more obvious, her career seemed to face difficulties. Her music has lost its appeal, and her performances lack the spark that once made Tamar Braxton famous. Tamar Braxton's story is a reminder of how we can sometimes lose sight of our own worth when chasing unrealistic beauty standards. Unfortunately, while she has always been beautiful, Tamar seems to have failed to recognize that true beauty has always existed within her. And that is what makes her special. Kia, the prominent singer and rapper, has always stood out not only for her bold music, but also for her dramatic changes in appearance. With her personal songs and strong style, she quickly captured the public's attention, thanks to her unmistakable frankness and confidence. This has helped Kia affirm her position in the music industry, becoming a symbol of uniqueness and personality. Kia's appearance has also undergone remarkable changes throughout her career. She always shares daily moments and new images on Instagram, from natural looks to bold images with seductive curves, full lips, and prominent buttocks. Every time Kia updates her new look, she attracts attention and creates heated discussions in the online community. Kia's change in appearance has become a controversial topic. Some admire her confidence and courage in expressing herself through her appearance, while others are skeptical about her cosmetic choices. However, Kia is not afraid to show off her new beauty and continues to inspire many people to accept themselves. Despite the mixed opinions, there is no denying that Kia has started a revolution in the freedom of self-expression, affirming that true beauty does not only come from societal standards, but also from confidence and inner strength. She is a clear example that beauty is not something fixed, but is a free expression of each individual. Serena Williams, a tennis legend and global sports icon, has always been admired not only for her outstanding talent on the court, but also for her strength, confidence, and unbeatable fighting spirit. However, even with her extremely impressive achievements, Serena has not escaped the public's attention regarding her appearance. Although never confirmed, there are still many rumors about her having had a nose job or using cosmetic procedures, mainly speculated through photos that have changed over time. Serena has worked hard and trained to create a healthy and strong body, helping her win historic victories in the tennis world. However, what surprised many people was that society focused too much on her appearance instead of honoring her achievements. Women, especially women of color, are constantly subjected to scrutiny for their appearance, while their true contributions and abilities are often overlooked. Instead of focusing on stories about appearance, we need to take a more realistic look at the achievements and strength that female athletes like Serena Williams bring. Their success and talent are the real value, and that is what we should celebrate. Summer Walker, an R&B singer known for her poignant lyrics and strong style, has always been honest and open about her personal experiences. She has not been afraid to be open about cosmetic decisions like liposuction and BBL, sharing on social media about the changes she feels have been positive for her. Summer is confident in her choices and often states that she is happy with her new look, but her decisions have been met with mixed reviews. Although criticized for promoting unrealistic beauty standards, Summer's story has opened up important discussions about body image, self-love, and societal pressures. She has created a space for people to freely talk about these sensitive issues, promoting openness about beauty standards and self-esteem. Summer's goal is to encourage people to find confidence and peace within themselves, despite unrealistic demands from society. Keke Wyatt, a singer with a powerful voice, has conquered audiences around the world and firmly established herself in the music industry. Along with her outstanding musical talent, she is also known for being open about her personal cosmetic decisions, such as breast augmentation and liposuction. Keke has always been candid about her choices and has affirmed that feeling confident and loving yourself is the most important thing. She believes that everyone has the right to make decisions about their own bodies without facing judgment from others. Keke's journey is a testament to the power of being true to yourself. Although her physical transformation has caused controversy, with some saying she has gone too far, Keke has confidently asserted her identity and freedom in her personal decisions. While the conversation about her appearance has attracted attention, her musical talent and authenticity still shine brightly. The music industry, especially for women, puts a lot of pressure on her appearance, but Keke has not let this overshadow the path she has chosen. Keke continues to dedicate herself to music and lives happily with her family and loved ones. Her voice still touches the hearts of her fans, inspiring and strongly affirming that, despite her changing appearance, Keke's talent and inner strength are undeniable. Her journey is a reminder that, ultimately, the choice about life and body is up to each individual, and the freedom to own yourself is what truly matters. Kelly Rowland, a music icon and the goddess of Destiny's Child, has always been known for her impressive beauty and style throughout her career. However, over time, her appearance has changed and sparked many rumors about plastic surgery. Although Kelly has not been open about her cosmetic decisions, the rumors continue to spread. Hollywood, where beauty standards are often harsh, especially for women of a certain age, can easily make someone feel pressured. However, Kelly Rowland has always shined, whether she has had surgery or not. We should celebrate her musical achievements, talent, and contributions to the entertainment industry, instead of focusing on rumors surrounding her appearance. Recently, during an online event, a famous female artist caused a big debate when her before and after photos were shared. Although she did not reveal her name, many speculated that she had undergone some cosmetic procedures. However, the results of the surgery were not as expected, leaving many fans surprised and confused. The real question we need to think about is, should we judge someone based on their appearance, or should we instead respect their personal choices when it comes to beauty and self-care? Everyone has the right to decide the path that they feel is best for themselves, and that is important to respect. Blac Chyna, one of the most prominent names in the modeling and influencer industry, has built her career on her image and appearance. With her curvaceous figure becoming a household name, she has not been shy about undergoing cosmetic procedures to enhance her appearance. However, her transformation has not been limited to minor enhancements, but rather a complete overhaul, from her breasts, butt, face, to her teeth. Initially, Blac Chyna proudly flaunted her changes, such as fuller lips and a slimmer nose. But as she continued to undergo procedures, she faced criticism and doubt from the public. Many began to question whether she had gone too far and whether her changes were straying from her natural image. Blac Chyna's story carries an important message about consciously changing yourself. The quest for perfection is understandable, but we also need to be careful, because too much change can cause us to lose the natural elements that truly make up our identity. Tyra Banks, a supermodel legend, and the first black woman to appear on the cover of famous magazines such as Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret, has become a great inspiration for millions of girls. With a strong image and confidence in natural beauty, Tyra has always conveyed a message of self-love. However, when she started to have cosmetic procedures, the values of natural beauty that she always defended began to change. At first, Tyra's changes were quite subtle, such as a little nose job or lip fillers. However, over time, these changes became more obvious, with a slimmer nose, fuller lips, and higher cheekbones. Fans, who loved her for her natural and charming look, began to express their disappointment. Social media debates erupted, and questions about the pressure from the entertainment industry arose strongly. Tyra Banks's story is a poignant reminder that everyone, even powerful and confident women, face pressure from their environment about their appearance. Yet natural beauty is always worth celebrating, and changes don't always bring lasting satisfaction. Tyra continues to be an inspiration, but her story is also a reminder of the true value of confidence and self-love. Wendy Williams has always been open and candid about her plastic surgery journey. "I've had breast augmentation, liposuction, and a tummy tuck, and I don't regret any of it," she shared. For Wendy, plastic surgery isn't about meeting other people's expectations or conforming to societal beauty standards. Instead, she sees it as a personal choice, a way to own her body and feel more confident in herself. Wendy emphasizes that true beauty isn't about perfection in the eyes of others, but rather what makes you feel good and proud of yourself. For her, plastic surgery is a means to help her find comfort and confidence in her own skin, and that's what's most important. Zari Hassan, with her unique charm and style that always shines in the spotlight, often keeps herself a mysterious space by not confirming or denying rumors surrounding her appearance. It is this ambiguity that makes the public always curious and constantly judge the changes in her face and body. However, the comparison photos between Zari's past and present continue to be a hot topic, causing a lot of controversy. Some people admire Zari for her ability to control her appearance, while others question whether she is following Western beauty standards. Clearly, Zari Hassan has the freedom to decide about her body and appearance, but the big question is, in a world that is always obsessed with youth and perfection, has Zari gone too far, or is she simply a smart businesswoman who knows how to use the power of appearance to maintain confidence and power in life? Densia, a prominent singer and businesswoman from Cameroon, has made headlines for her controversial transformation. From a woman with attractive brown skin, she has changed her appearance to a lighter image, causing quite a stir on social media. This transformation has divided public opinion into two distinct camps. Some praise Densia for her boldness and autonomy in choosing her appearance, while others believe that she is rejecting her natural beauty and cultural heritage. Despite receiving criticism, Densya has not hesitated to defend her personal choice, affirming that this is her own decision and she feels comfortable with it. Her outspokenness has sparked a wide-ranging conversation about beauty standards and the pressures women, especially Black women, face when pursuing society's ideals of beauty. Densya's story goes beyond just changing her appearance. She also shares the other cosmetic procedures she has undergone, sparking discussions not only about beauty, but also about societal expectations and an important conversation about personal freedom. Whether you agree with Densya's choices or not, her story highlights a vital issue in today's society: beauty, identity, and freedom of choice. Kenya Moore, a former Miss USA, is a beauty icon with a charming smile and an attractive appearance that everyone admires. She has conquered the hearts of the public with her unmistakable charm and confidence. However, over time, people began to notice changes in Kenya's appearance, making her no longer the natural beauty that she once stood out for. Although Kenya has never publicly confirmed or denied having plastic surgery, rumors have continued to spread. Signs of changes on her face, such as fuller cheeks, plump lips, and a slimmer nose, easily attract attention. Although she is still as beautiful and attractive as before, these changes have created a different image, no longer the Kenya Moore that the public loved. Maybe Kenya is trying to maintain her youthfulness, something that time cannot keep forever. Her story is a reminder that aging is a natural part of life, and there is nothing wrong with accepting it with confidence and grace. Kenya Moore is still a beautiful woman, and she doesn't need to change her image to affirm her true self-worth. Nene Leakes, with her strong personality, infectious laugh, and signature candor, quickly became an icon on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was a breakout star and role model, always drawing the public's attention with every appearance. However, as the show progressed, viewers began to notice some noticeable changes in Nene's appearance. Initially, Nene was very open about getting cosmetic procedures, even sharing them on the show. While some of the minor tweaks may have been personal choices, Nene's transformation over time became more obvious and undeniable. She gained a more refined nose, fuller lips, and firmer skin. While there is nothing wrong with improving your appearance to feel more confident, sometimes these changes can blur your original features as part of an effort to create a new and different image. Nene's story is a reminder that plastic surgery should not be used to completely change your appearance. Instead, it is a tool to celebrate and highlight the natural beauty that each person already possesses. Because when we focus too much on change, we can unintentionally lose the unique, distinctive features that make us who we are and what makes us attractive. Nicki Minaj, the Trinidadian-born hip-hop queen, has always wowed audiences with her distinctive musical style, powerful lyrics, and striking figure and curves. However, her dramatic changes in appearance over the years have left many wondering whether she has undergone plastic surgery. From her sexy butt, slim waist to full breasts, these changes have always been a topic of discussion. Despite being questioned about this many times, Nicki Minaj has always kept the information private and often used her confidence to respond, sometimes through impressive twerking moves on stage. However, speculation about her plastic surgery has continued to spread. Fans and critics have been constantly analyzing her photos and performances, looking for clues about this changing appearance. Some say the difference is simply due to clever styling and photo editing, while others believe that Nicki has had some tricks done to achieve her perfect hourglass figure. Whatever the truth, there is no denying that Nicki Minaj has sparked an important conversation about beauty standards, personal power, and how each person can freely express themselves. Her story has opened up a global conversation about beauty and freedom in choosing how they look. And that's it for today's video. Remember that plastic surgery is a personal decision, and everyone has the right to choose their own path. However, true beauty always comes from within. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the latest celebrity news. See you next time.